how to time the Richmond market, when to sell for maximum results. Ask 10 Richmond homeowners when the best time to sell is, and most will say spring. That answer is half right and half risky. Spring can be great, but the real win comes from timing your sale around preparation, competition, and buyer motivation, not a date on the calendar. Today I'm going to show you how to read Richmond's rhythm in spring, summer, fall, and winter, and then give you a simple timing playbook you can use to sell strong in any season. Here's the truth most people miss. A fast, confident sale is not just when more buyers are shopping. It's when your home is the obvious choice inside its price bracket the same week you launch. That happens when three forces line up at once. Your house looks its best, your price sits where most buyers will see you, and your marketing creates urgency from day one. Get those right, and the month matters far less than you think. Let's talk spring first. In March through June, Richmond wakes up. Grass greens, azaleas pop, and families try to move between school years. Pros, great curb appeal. Cons, inventory spikes and your competition increases. I had a Henrico listing last April that earned 5 offers in 3 days because we were camera ready, price on the bridge, and launched on a Thursday with back-to-back showings. Now summer. July and August get unfairly labeled as vacation months. But in Richmond, they're also relocation months. Job transfers and families racing the school clock create motivated buyers. Pros, long daylight hours for evening showings and outdoor spaces that shine. Cons, lawns dry fast and travel can spread out traffic. I listed a Chesterfield home in late July with a shaded deck and simple staging. We leaned into evening photos and bridge pricing. 2 weeks later, we had a full price offer with flexible closing because the buyers needed to be in before the first day of school. Now, quick pause. If this is helpful to you and you want weekly Richmond seller strategy with zero fluff, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Every Monday, I share one step that saves you time, money, and stress. Now let's hit fall. September and October are underrated. Parents are back from summer. Serious buyers are still hunting and inventory drops. Pros, less noise and buyers who are ready to decide. Cons, days get shorter, so interior lighting matters. I helped a Glen Allen seller list at the end of October last year. With only a handful of comparable homes active, we were the clear choice. 6 showings the first weekend and 2 strong offers because choices were limited. Now, winter looks quiet on paper and powerful in practice when you are prepared. December through February brings fewer casual shoppers, but a higher percentage of serious ones. Pros, less competition and focused buyers. Cons, shorter daylight and neutral landscaping. So interior presentation and photography have to carry the load. Now, I listed a Mechanicsville property in mid-December that was spotless, bright, and priced at the bridge. It sold in 12 days with a straightforward inspection because buyers have been waiting for that bracket. So if every season can work, what actually determines your best moment? 3 levers you control. Lever 1 is preparation. Start 90 days out if you can. Pre-pack, neutral paint where needed, fix squeaks, brighten bulbs, refresh floors, and tidy curb appeal. A polished home buys you forgiveness on small flaws and wins the photo war. Use bridge pricing so you appear at the top of one buyer search range and the bottom of the next. That doubles visibility and sparks competition. List on a Thursday, stack the showings through the weekend, and hold it open that creates social proof. Buyer psychology is the engine behind all of this. People do not rank homes like spreadsheets. They compare options they can tour this week inside of a price band. When your home enters that band, looking brighter, cleaner, and easier than the rest, buyers feel 2 things at once. This fits my life, and someone else will grab it if I hesitate. Micro markets matter too. A tiny Cape Cod in Bon Air speaks to a different buyer than a downtown condo or a short pump two-story. And the seasonal rhythm varies across those pools. Families tied to school calendars push spring and summer in the suburbs. The point is not to chase a perfect month. Meet your buyer where they are with a home that removes friction. Now here's a simple timing playbook you can use. If your target is spring, back up to January or February to start prep, declutter, touch up paint, book photography early, and launch on a Thursday in late March or April when you're camera ready. Now if your target is summer, focus on outdoor readiness, power wash, mulch, trim back anything that blocks light, and keep the lawn healthy. If your target is fall, plan your interiors to shine after 5 p.m. with layered lighting. Target is winter, schedule midday photos and double check every bulb so rooms feel bright when the sun sets early. Now here are 3 common timing mistakes I help sellers avoid. First, waiting for spring while ignoring prep. That creates a rush job and forces you to launch into the most crowded window at less than your best. Second, testing a high price with the idea of reducing later. Days on market are public, and waiting teaches buyers to wait on you. The third, dribbling out your launch, posting early, adding photos later, and then holding it open the next weekend. It dilutes momentum. Put your full story in front of buyers on day one. Now, how do you know you are truly ready? 1, if the photos were taken today, would you be proud to share them? 2, are there 2 or 3 comparable homes buyers will also see this week, and are you positioned to beat them on presentation or value? 3, does your price sit on the bridge of a major search band so both pools see you? 4, have you scheduled your first 72 hours with showings and an open house so that momentum builds? 5, do you have a clean path to move if you accept the right offer faster than expected? Now, before we wrap, a quick note about life timing. Sometimes your best to sell is simply when the next chapter is calling. A new job, a growing family, downsizing, or moving closer to someone you love. My role is to translate that timeline into a market plan that protects your equity and your sanity. We will align your prep, your price, and your launch to the season you are in. Now let's recap in one breath. Spring brings volume and competition. Summer brings motivated movers and long days. Fall brings serious buyers and less noise. Winter brings fewer shoppers and better focus. In every season, preparation, price position, and a crisp launch beat the calendar. Now, if you want a personalized timing plan for your address in the Richmond area, send me a message today. I will look at your neighborhood, your price band, and your goals, and map the week where your home is most likely to win. Now, if this was useful, hit subscribe so you do not miss next week's video on the top renovation sellers waste money on and what actually pays off. And drop your timing question in the comments. I respond personally. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.